And now, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
What are you doing?
What?
I said, what are you doing?
Listening to a flock of seagulls.
Why are you listening to a bunch of birds?
What?
Why are you listening to a bunch of birds?
It's the flock of seagulls from the 80s.
Oh, okay. But birds don't live that long.
What?
I said, birds don't live that long.
I'm not listening to birds. It's a flock of seagulls, the band from the 80s. It's retro.
Oh, enjoy the show.
Hello Badgers, and welcome to another edition of Ed Wilkie TV. Before we get started to today's announcements, let's take a moment to hear from our sponsors.
Hey, did you know that teachers are giving out gifts to select students?
No, I had no idea. How does that work?
Well, the gift is called the gift of time.
The gift of time? What's that all about?
If you don't get your work done and turn it in on time, then your teacher will give you the gift of time. You'll have to come in for 30 minutes before or after school to get your work done.
That doesn't sound like a gift I want to receive.
It's not, so make sure you get all your work turned in on time.
Hey, did you know that this month is School Board Appreciation Month? Yes, and we are so lucky to have Mr. Elkins as our school board member. Let's get to know a little bit more about him.
Hello Badgers, and welcome to this special Board of Education Appreciation segment for Ed Wilkie TV.
Today, we are showing our appreciation for Mr. Elkins and our fabulous Board of Education members.
At Ed Wilkie TV, we would like to pull out all of the stops to celebrate outstanding people in our district.
That's right, and since we are celebrating Mr. Elkins today, let's embarrass him by talking about some of his achievements.
We're not going to embarrass him. That would be rude.
Whoa, dude, don't be rude.
Mr. Elkins and his family own Elkins Hardware Store in Saginaw, Texas. They have served the hardware needs of our community for over 40 years.
Mr. Elkins is the second generation to serve on our school board. His father, T.J. Elkins, served on the Eagle Mountain Saginaw School Board from 1961 to 1973, and then again from 1979 to 1990. He even has a school named after him, Elkins Elementary.
Mr. Elkins is very active on our school board. He was crucial in the creation of the Eagle Mountain Saginaw Education Foundation.
As a community leader, Mr. Elkins has served as past president of the Saginaw Chamber of Commerce and has volunteered to serve on the board of the Rotary Club YMCA and the Boswell High School Senior Celebration.
Wow, we sure are lucky to have such a great school board member representing us.
You've got that right, so from all of us here at Ed Wilkie Middle School, thank you, Mr. Elkins, for your service to students in our community.
And now it's time for the Student Appreciation Challenge.
This is Coach Smith here. I was nominated by Mrs. Newsom and the Hooligans to share why I come to work. I have Courtney Hubbard here and Austin Savage. Appreciate both of you guys because you guys it make me enjoy work because I'm able to come here and see you guys with your work ethic and then your can-do attitudes. It's really comforting for me and helps me come to work every day. I'm going to go ahead and now challenge Miss Myers to tell everyone why she comes to work.
We will celebrate Martin Luther King Day on Monday, January 16th. There will be no school on that day. The boys basketball teams will take on Highland Middle School on Wednesday, January 18th. Both grade levels will play here at Wilkie beginning at 4:30. Hope you see you there. The girls basketball teams will take on Highland Middle School on Thursday, January 18th. Both grade levels will play here at Wilkie beginning at 4:30. The girls basketball C teams will play in a tournament against Creekview beginning on Friday, January 20th and ending on Saturday, January 21st at Creekview Middle School. So come on out and support your Lady Badgers. The Badger Band will have a roller skating party on Thursday, January 19th at Rollerland West from 4 to 8 p.m. And now it's time for This Day in History. On this day in 1999, NBA superstar Michael Jordan retired for the second time in front of fans in Chicago. And now it's time for the Badger joke of the day. What is the difference between a cat and a comma? I don't know what the difference is between a cat and a comma. One has claws at the end of its paws, and the other is a pause at the end of a clause. If you have a joke for Ed Wilkie TV, drop it by Mr. Eikenberry's room or tweet it out at #WJOD. Birthdays for today are Rashad Osman. Birthdays for this weekend are Courtney Hubbard, Abby Rojas, and Victor Herrera. That's all for today, Badgers. Remember, if you can't find a role model, be one, and always work the Wilkie way by keeping our cafeteria clean and using your manners while eating lunch.
Coach Smith here. I was challenged by Miss Newsom and the Hooligans to share why I come to work every day. These are two of my students and one of my athletes here. I'm sorry, I guess.
Before we get started, today announcements, it would be...
Okay.
Before we get started, today, let's hear announcements from our sponsors.
Okay, cut.
That Mr. Elkins is our scoreboard member. Let's... Oh God, I can't.
Okay, cut.